Depop does not work, or that Depop's dead, or that Depop isn't for you. When something is working, buy more of it. Hi guys, welcome back to All I Know About Depop. This is video number 5 of my beginner Depop series. This is actually the last video in the series. Aww, so sad. I'm going to be covering week 4 today, which is the final week of our first month on Depop. If this is the first video in the series that you have stumbled across, then be sure to check out the others first if you want this to make any sense. If you have watched the other ones, then hello and well done for getting this far. Hopefully this video will round up all of my best tips for beginner Depop shops. Okay, that is my introduction. Let's get cracking with week number 4. So at this point I've set up my Depop shop. I have 60 active listings. I have optimized these listings and I'm doing a daily routine of following, liking and refreshing to try and gain my first few followers and my first few sales. Week 4 is going to be all about keeping up this daily routine of gaining followers, reviewing how the listings are doing and preparing for the next sourcing trip, and creating a schedule for the future on how I'm going to grow and run my shop. A lot of what I get up to this week depends on the feedback I get back from people following, liking and potentially buying. So it's really important that I'm consistently doing this daily routine of being active on the app. So as we talked about last week, I'm going to be refreshing my listings every day and I'm going to be spending about an hour strategically following people and liking items. So I'm putting myself out there as much as possible so I can see what comes back. It's important to be active on the app at this stage, so when we look at what to do next, we do have feedback on what is working and what isn't on our shop. So here is some hypotheticals for you that might help you figure out what to do next. If you have optimized your listings and you have been doing this daily routine and you are getting nothing back, so no likes, no followers, this is really clear feedback that something isn't quite right. Perhaps your photos need redoing, or potentially the stock you bought just isn't anything that people are interested in buying. If this is you, then please do not take this as evidence that Depop does not work, or that Depop's dead, or that Depop isn't for you. Just take this as really helpful feedback that you just need to change something. Knowing what doesn't work is really valuable in figuring out what does work. So don't let this get you down. You are now one step ahead than where you were at the beginning, so just try something different and try again. If you found that after a week you have gained followers and you've gained likes and potentially you might have even made a sale, you can now use this feedback to plan what to do next. For example, if you sold a patterned shirt, make sure that this is something that you look out for on your next sourcing trip. If you've managed to sell one pattern shirt quickly, this is a sign that if you put another one up, it should sell too. Also, if you're getting a lot of likes on a pair of jeans, for example, this is good feedback that this is a good listing and the item is desirable. Consider purchasing similar items in the future and consider taking similar photos in the future because it looks like it's working. Basically, note what people are liking and buying and get ready to really double down on these in your next sourcing trip. I'm not sure if all of that is just very common sense and obvious, but if you're not noticing what is doing well, what is getting likes, if you're not making a mental note of that, you can't then prioritize that in your next sourcing trip. So pay attention to what is going on with your shop, and when something is working, buy more of it. I just want to add in here as well that just because something has not sold within a couple of weeks of it being on your shop does not mean that it never will. Even as a top seller, I have so much stock that will stay for several months and then it will go. I do have items that do sell quickly, but for the majority, most of my stock maybe takes a couple of months to sell, and it mostly goes for the price that I set it at originally. So sometimes it just takes a while to find the right person that wants to buy it. If your items aren't selling quickly, don't assume that they will never sell. Some things just take a bit of time. But likes and followers are a good indicator that you're doing something right. So I would keep an eye on what is popular and use this to decide what to source next. So the to-dos that I have explained throughout this series are basically the core of how you run a Depop business. So the sourcing, the shooting, the listing. The way you grow as a Depop shop is by consistently repeating this process. And not just to repeat it the same every time, but to use the feedback on what is selling and what is getting likes to help improve what you source and how you take your photos. The way you consistently bring in enough money to cover a wage with Depop is by repeating this process over and over again until you have a lot of good listings. I found that if you're managing to make sales, the way to make more sales is to add more listings. I think a good goal is to try and do 30 a week. I mean, if you're currently working full time and Depop's like your side hustle, this is gonna be pretty much impossible unless you're really quick on like the weekends. So whatever your situation is, just try and do as many as you can do consistently week by week. I think adding more listings and listening to that feedback are the best ways to grow quickly. I think this week is a good time to come up with a weekly plan for Depop. Decide when you're gonna source, when you're gonna take your photos, and when you're gonna list. Now you have a sense of what these involve and how long they will take. I think creating a schedule is a good way to start treating Depop as a business. And having a listing goal, so for example, to list 30 new items every week. This is a much more specific and tangible goal than, for example, having a goal of make money. At the minute, I like to work on a 2-week schedule. So I will shoot 60 items one week, and then I will spend 1 week listing 30 and the next week listing 30, and then I will shoot 60 again. I found that shooting in big batches makes the most out of my time. So definitely consider a fortnightly schedule too. Consistency is a big factor in growing on Depop. So whether you're adding 5 new listings every week or 30 new listings every week, try and make sure that you're actually doing this week by week. If you do have money, I would start the sourcing process in week 5 and repeat the whole process again. If you don't have money at this stage to invest or reinvest, work on improving your photos and play with the price until you are in a situation where you can reinvest. At the start of my shop, I spent very little on stock. I would find items for £1, £2 because I didn't have much money to reinvest, but I still needed to add more listings to push my shop forward. When you have reviewed your shop, prepped for your next sourcing trip, and created a schedule for the future, you are done with week 4 and ready to repeat the whole process again with your next lot of stock. And that concludes the end of this series. Let me know what you thought of this series and if it helped at all with your Depop shop. I have added all the videos of the series to a playlist, so if you ever want to come back to it and re-jog your memory, it'll be all really easy to find. My next video is going to be all about the mistakes that really slowed down my journey to becoming a Depop top seller, so stay tuned for that. If you want more from me, then check these out. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck with your Depop shops, and I'll see you next time.